Okay, cartographer bot. We need to start the show like right now, but I'm ready. We can hear your report, I guess, on what you found recently.
Absolutely. Sector 12 through 14. 13,000 kilometers of ground covered. We have found an alligator farm, 2,000 kilometers. An ice cream parlor, 3,000 kilometers. 14 acres of pure green lush grass, full to the brim with giant tarantulas.
Oh, huh. Is that it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Looks like... Oh, a vast, voidless space hole through which crawls a giant squid every so often. That's it.
Oh, good. Well, that's a lot more than you usually find. You must have had a good week.
It was a horrible week. I was almost swallowed.
Oh, well, sorry to hear that, but we appreciate the work you're doing here, and we're gonna start the show now. But if you want to keep, mapping out the ship, we really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Carry on.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. That dude is he's super cool.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I don't know. I don't have the balls to do the stuff that he does like every day. So
Like
it's
walk?
nice that we have him around. Well, I mean, it's not like just walking. It's like this shit like that he has to deal with. Like a 2,000-kilometer alligator farm. That's
Well,
pretty
yeah,
big. Like
that's-
square kilometers. Like that's really large.
Yeah, you do have a point there. I mean, I don't think Cartographer Bot has been on the show yet, has he? We may have mentioned him, but
No, I don't think he has.
no. Yeah, I mean, I guess for the listener, he's a
We could leave.
robot.
Yeah, we could leave that
he-
in for these guys.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
you might want to do the show thing. Sorry, do the.
Oh,
do
you
the
mean
show
like the
yeah,
introduction?
yeah, do that,
Okay.
do that.
Logging in Mixer the robot. TechnoPod Studios is online. Configuring satellite connection. Broadcast link is established. Initializing ET and typewriter. Serving burritos. The TechnoPod show begins in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, everybody, we kind of started already, but hello and welcome to the TechnoPod Studios. This is the TechnoPod Show, the awe-inspiring intergalactic adventures of E.T. and Typewriter. I'm E.T.
And I'm typewriter. And yeah,
I mean, we just had a visit from Cartographer Bot, and some new stuff. I'm interested slightly in the alligator farm. And,
I think that's pretty interesting. You know Chuck, right? You remember Chuck?
Chuck.
Chuck.
Is that a name that I should recognize?
He's that alligator crocodile thing that kind of he's been around quite a couple times.
Huh.
Chuck. He looks like this. He's like a French and something like that. Chuck.
And
He was
he's
on
an
fucking
alligator.
Chicken Date.
Chicken date. Huh. All right. Well, anyways.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, never heard of him, but he's an alligator.
He's like one of those things. I'm not sure. Like he's like what is that? Like an amphibian or something? I don't know. E.T. like
How is it wait, we have an alligator farm just in the ship, but is it like, to me, like a farm is like probably occupied. Like, a farm has like farmers harvesting a crop. So are we harvesting alligators?
Hold on. No. I'm sorry. I had read his written report. I read a couple pages of it before he came up here.
Oh, okay.
It's like a farm I'm sorry. It's a farm run by alligators.
Oh, okay. So
Like
that explains where we get
an alligator's farm.
a farm
that belongs
staffed
to
by
alligators. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, sorry. No, they're growing like vegetables and stuff down there.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty neat. They
That
have like a really
explains-
big biome. I guess 2,000 square km is pretty big.
Yeah. Not sure. Sometimes I feel like the maps he gives us are either his measurements are off, or there's some sort of weird space-time vortex inside this ship that, like, I don't know, because
I'm pretty sure it's the second, because he did mention that giant colorless void, that like there's like a big squid that kind of comes in and out. I think that pretty much puts the nail in it, that this ship is kind of weird.
it's a colorless void, so it's like clear.
I guess, yeah. It's just like you can't see anything because it has no like it blinds you, I guess, except for the squid. I mean, you
Okay.
could ask him how it works. I'm not really sure. I'm not going down
Yeah.
there. I'm going to be honest
man.
with you. I'd rather not go down there.
Yeah, I
to the-
explore sometimes. I'm thinking about checking out that ice cream parlor.
That sounds awesome because it sounds gigantic.
Yeah, do we have to go past? Do you have the map?
Yeah, I've got it
Or
right here. Hold
Can
on.
we get
Sorry.
to it without going through the alligator farm? I mean, the regular farm ran by alligators.
If we turn, okay, look here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the biome that he discovered last week. That it's like always snowing. You come around here. That's the marking where he found like that odd little like ruins down there where it was like kind of covered in dirt and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you go around that, the little orange spot there. I don't know what that is. He didn't want to tell me what it was. And then you turn left. The alligator farm will be on our left, and the ice cream parlor will be on the right side. We're gonna have to take like one of the vehicles because it's gonna be way too long to walk. But
yeah, of course.
But yeah, that seems to work out. Oh, I think he is kind of fucked up on his measurements. 2,000 kilometers seems like a lot, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a dwarf. We've always said we're a dwarf
We are a
planet-sized
dwarf. Yeah.
spaceship.
That's
But-
what the guy that sold the ship said. But
Yeah, and I mean, when we had it painted, we specifically ordered enough to do a small
a
planet.
dwarf-sized planet, and the whole thing is yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know that this is right. I'm gonna have Mixer look into it. Maybe his boards are fried or something, and he's just kind of overestimating the size of things. But yeah, even on the legend, this doesn't look like 2,000 kilometers.
Yeah, I mean, look at that like alligator he's drawn there.
It's massive.
Yeah,
I mean, it's,
do we
like,
have
huge.
giant alligators, or is that
No, I don't know.
not
And then
the
under it just
scale,
says
or-
"There be monsters." Like I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah,
I
what
don't know,
does that
but
even
he
mean?
if he saw an ice cream parlor, despite its size, like it's got to be there. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah, I mean,
It
he
has to, like,
hasn't
be around.
really lied to us before. He just he's a robot. He just
yeah,
maps
he's like
out the ship.
incapable of lying. He just might be getting some stuff wrong.
yeah.
Not from his own token though, but whatever. We'll go there. That doesn't look that far away. No worries.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, back to the show.
Oh yeah, the show. I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah. What happened last week? We got an email, right? And we got to talk about that, I
a
think.
few emails, but we were kind of in the middle of the beginning, I guess, of the story of how we came to own this ship.
Yes, that's what it was. Yes. We talked a little bit last time, I think, about Wing Night, right? About
Oh
our
yeah,
little-
yeah. That's kind of the start. You know how we were roaming around playing gigs. This
Yeah,
was Wing
yeah.
Night.
That was great. Okay, well, I guess we got to keep going with it because it's not like near over yet. So, can we take a break and then maybe come back to the story?
Yeah, when we get back, we'll continue the story, the origin story of the TechnoPod space station.
Okay.
And how we came to own it. But first, I want to play some music from Clouds. The EP is out on Turbo Recordings, and it's called Tannhauser Acid Works 2.
Tannhauser Acid Works too.
Yeah,
That's an
probably.
easy one to pronounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two-dimensional horror acid.
Sorry, guys. Welcome back. I've just gotten myself a delicious Zap energy drink. The limey sensation that's sweeping the nebula. Catch the energy wave with Zap Energy Lime.
You really shouldn't have done that.
I think it'll be fine.
No, Man, we got in trouble last time.
We didn't get in any trouble. I think Bujaka was just making it up. I think he was just messing with me.
I don't think so. He's usually pretty serious. He doesn't really joke around.
He's fucking hilarious. Are you kidding me?
You sure? I mean, he's funny, but it's not really intentional. Like, he's like all business, you know? Taking care of the ship and everything.
I don't know. I think it'll be fine. Don't even worry about it.
Hey, what's
Hey.
going on in here?
Nothing at all. We literally, like, right when you said hey, we just got back from the break.
That's not what I heard on the recording.
We haven't even finished the recording yet. You couldn't have possibly heard it.
Typewriter,
Yes.
I don't want you lying to me.
I'm not lying. I'm just, like, omitting some things that happened, but that's not, like, I'm not, like, lying to you.
I clearly heard Zap Energy slogans, catchphrases, and mottos that are specifically and intrinsically in this contract that you're not allowed to utter, speak, say, or in any words write or record. Or it's a violation of our sponsorship.
Oh, I think I remember doing some of that. Well, we could just get Mixer to cut it out then, right?
Damn right.
I'm sorry, it's not that big a fucking deal.
I mean, that's Zap Energy is like our show's only sponsor.
Okay.
I mean,
we
don't
cut it
wanna
out.
lose-
Okay. We cut it out. I'm sorry. I wanted the show to be able to get a little more money on the side. I'm sorry. All we have to do, Mixer, all you have to do is just cut that little section out of the show and we're fine.
Affirmative.
Well, don't let it happen again. I have to get back to work.
I'm sorry. God, you act like it's the end of the fucking world. Fuck, man. Trying to fucking help.
Oh man. Well,
Sorry.
he's
sorry.
Yeah, he's left, I guess. Well, I mean, I'm telling you, man, that's a sore subject.
No,
They
I know.
really don't.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know.
They've
That's my bad.
specifically requested, you know, like for the product placement ads, they want, you know, it's me, I'm allowed, Mixer, Spark's allowed to say it,
Cartographer bot,
yeah, Boleslaw,
Boleslaw, the painter bots,
yeah,
Chuck, the chicken. Chuck, he's an alligator that lives on the ship.
First time I ever heard of that.
Yeah, I
You
figured.
know, they also said, you know,
I mean, in the contract it states that anybody that's on the ship can say it except me.
yeah, I mean, you've read it.
Like
Buchaka
several
forced you
times.
to read it. I saw
No,
that.
I know. Yeah, he literally he injected my eyeballs with Adderall, and he made me read it. It's a lot. It's a big fucking contract too.
Yeah, I mean, just that part he recited, I didn't even understand. But anyways,
Okay, back to the story. Wing night. What happened? Oh yeah, that's right. You disappeared.
yeah, I mean, we were kind of backstage, you know, each in our own dressing rooms getting ready. You know, it takes like 3 or 4 people to get my giant wings on.
Yeah.
You know, there's like that harness, they got to lift them up. I have to
Oh
be,
my
like,
god,
suspended.
and they weigh like a shit ton too. So
Yeah, it's unfortunate that you can't just like have real wings implanted, but yeah, we have to wear the fake ones.
yeah.
I'm in there, I'm waiting on you know, the people that usually help me get them on,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm just kind of not really paying attention. I hear the door open, and just thought it was the normal staff, you know, my wing crew, and I turn around and there's like 3 really tall people in like just dark robes,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just standing there with like, you know, their hands together, like how you can like just, you know, big sleeves, so you put your hands together, it looks like you don't even have hands, like they're just kind of crossed. I don't know what that's called.
Just like a big arm.
Yeah, it's like really menacing though. It's
Yeah,
kind
just
like,
it's almost like they're making a basketball hoop.
yeah, exactly.
It's very scary. That was probably
Yeah.
not the best way to describe it, but I know what you're saying. I'm sure
Well,
you've
no, that's a
invoked the
perfect
correct
way
image.
to describe it, because like I saw them standing there and I thought maybe they were just like,
They
you know,
wanted you to shoot
fans or
the paper
something.
basket. Yeah.
yeah. So I grabbed like a basketball that happened to be on the desk and like
Yeah.
ran over to try and slam it, dunk
Yeah.
it, you know, as like a joke, because they were like they're probably, well, their hands are at the height of a basketball hoop. And
Right. I
of
mean,
course,
they were very tall as you described them to me.
yeah, and of course I can't actually slam dunk. I mean, I don't know why I even said that, but I thought I would like, you know, shoot it in or something.
Yeah.
And
Like a fun time, but no, but they didn't want any fun, did they?
oh, fuck no. They were just, well, I mean, you've already said that I've been captured. They were there to like kidnap me.
Mhm.
I don't know how like much of the story to like reveal. I mean, we know all of it because it happened. Yeah, I guess we should just explain kind of what happened. I mean, they were these dark hooded figures, or were an ancient alien race known as the Skrex. I mean, I didn't know it at the time, but they were there to kidnap me and take me back to their giant mechanical planet where they would how did I describe
Let's
it?
say imprison you,
Yeah, pretty much.
but keep you like almost like as an indentured servant as well.
Yeah, in a way, I guess. You know, and like, so they're kind of like magical too. Like, I guess they didn't actually use the doors to get in. Well, they used my dressing room door
Mm-hmm.
to come in, but they actually just kind of materialized in the hallway and then came through the door. And then you know, so they grabbed me and then just like we just vanish, and next thing I know, I'm in this just dark, dank, like, everything's just covered in like rusty, grimy, like garbage metal and stuff. And there's 13 of these like hooded Skrex people, like just all standing around me. You know, their voices were absolutely horrible. You know, like you couldn't really see into their robes, like you couldn't see their faces, and it was just kind of like a dark, evil void. You know how like earlier we mentioned that clear thing with the squid? What was that called? What do we call that?
The colorless void.
Yeah, it was like that, only it wasn't colorless. It was totally dark. Is dark a color?
I think that's what the colorless void means. I think it just means like dark or like black, where it's like there is an absence of color in so much as that you can't see anything. Like when you looked into their robes, did it almost feel like they would like blind you?
It felt like they were trying to breathe in my soul.
Yeah, that's the colorless void thing.
Okay.
But as you were, so there were 13 of them around you, horrifying
Yes.
voices. You must have been really like, I don't know, like happy at this point, excited.
Actually, I would say I was less happy. Kind of what's the opposite of happy? Terrified?
Sad. Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you know, I was late, of course, gonna miss the wing night gig. And of course, it turns out that the Skrex were like an ancient alien race, and previously, you know, eons ago, they used to be one of the most powerful races in the universe. And their planet was located like right in the center of the universe. So I don't know. It's all just claims in their horrible alien voices, but they
Right.
claim that they created, you know, all life, and were, you know, the most powerful. But like, it's really hard to explain. I guess that they use some sort of like dark energy manipulation to like control and create a lot of things, and that's like what gave them their power.
Yeah,
But-
the
but
Eldritch
over-
Mana.
Yeah, and over the course of time, like they kind of became, you know, they're so powerful they just become like complacent with it.
Right.
And then like, you know, as their offspring was born, they like just kept being less and less in tune with the the mana that you mentioned, the dark energy in the universe, they eventually just became, well, too complacent, too weak, and then they didn't know how to like control it anymore, and then their race just started like dwindling. Their planet like went into disrepair. And
I mean, to be completely fair, they they are old. I'll give them that. They're pretty ancient, but they were around when the universe wasn't expanding as quickly as it is. The claim, the Skrek's claim from their scripture that they're at the center of the universe.
Right.
How the fuck do you stay at the center of the universe as it's constantly expanding?
No,
Gravity
it just keeps
exists,
pushing them.
orbits
Yeah.
exist. So I don't know. It just felt fishy to me, at least, to hear that.
Basically, they have this giant machine at the core of their planet where they could hook themselves into this machine and then use, well, for them it wasn't really music, but like that's kind of why they captured me. I was touring around as a DJ a little bit, writing albums. I had that giant thing you may have heard of where I destroyed a bunch of robots by turning a planet into a giant speaker and playing techno.
I'm sure they remember that.
Yeah. And basically that was the signal that the Skreks were able to find. That they've heard that from across the universe with like their scrying glasses and those like, that's what they're called.
Knickknacks. Yeah.
Knickknacks and stuff. What are those balls called that are like clear?
Oh, a scrying orb.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I mean, it's made of glass, but it's not
Right.
glass is.
No, you got it.
That's basically how they found me, and they thought, well, they had like all, man, they drugged me up and hooked me into this machine. That's what I'm trying to say. And, of course you weren't really there for that part. I've told you before.
No, I was
a few
dealing with
times.
something else.
Yeah, we'll get onto that next. Maybe I'll do my part here, I guess, and then you can let me know what you were doing.
Sure.
Let the fans know what you were doing when I was strapped to one of the most horrible machines in the history of the universe.
Sure.
Yeah, so they kind of hook me up to this machine. I'm like all strapped in, I'm drugged out, and they hook like all of these wires and into like my spine. I still have like some of the scars going up my back from that. And like in front of me on this machine was this blue box with like all of these like knobs and like lights and stuff. And like this unit was what they could use to basically zap my musical power out of me and then convert the dark energy back into like power that they could use and then reclaim their what they call their rightful place as overlords of the universe. It's a bit much to take in. I mean,
yeah. No, but I mean, you hit it on the head, right? That was as easily. Wow, that was like as simply as you could have explained it. Because otherwise, people's heads probably would have started fucking exploding.
Well, we don't want that.
No, and it's and it could get very complicated.
I guess the next part of the story is it's really strange, but I'm kind of drugged out and hooked to this machine. That's kind of like the last thing I remember from like the real world, I guess. And then the next thing I know, I wake up and I'm just like standing on a disc in like a giant ocean of just blue swirling colors, kind of like that clear void, but blue.
Right.
Instead of colorless,
a colored void.
The color was blue. Yeah, exactly.
Blue void.
I'm just kind of like standing there on this weird disc, like it's like a metal disc, and like my feet are attached to it, and like as I like look down and around, I realize I can like move myself on it. So like I start like flying around over this ocean of just swirling blue colors. I don't know. I just start thinking about like, where the hell am I and what's going on? You know, at this point, I've kind of forgotten about like all the Skrex stuff I just told you. I'm just like, I don't really know who I am or what's going on, and I'm just, all I know is I can move around on this disc. So I start thinking about like, who am I and why am I here? And I think about like how lost I am and what's going on, and you know, some tentacles start coming up out of the blue void.
What?
You know, I remember tentacle love. So I did that for a while.
But like tentacles too, out of that one? Out of the colored void?
Yeah, it seems like tentacles and voids go
What
together
is that?
really
Yeah,
well.
I was gonna say. I'm sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt. That's just... that's weird. I don't understand why. Why squids or space octopods or whatever are so attracted to the voids. Yeah, gastros and valves and all those sorts of pods. Technopods, I guess?
Yeah.
Oh, pods to pod. Now I see. But go ahead.
Yeah, so then, you know, after about, I don't know, what feels like 15 hours of just glorious tentacle love with this void creature, I'm just kind of like, I find myself lying just on a beach, and I wake up, and I'm looking around, and there's this otter sitting there staring at me. You know how, like, otters eat, like, clams and different things like that? Like, they'll, like, break them open on their chest with a rock.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Yeah, that's kind of what he's doing, and I'm just kind of watching him. I'm like, I don't want to move. I don't want to scare him away. This is kind of neat. You know, I've never seen an otter up this close. And, you know, I'm trying not to move. And he starts, like, walking over towards me with, like, one of the clamshells he just opened in his hand. And he's just like, oh, hey, E.T., I'm Oliver. And I just kind of, like, stare at him because, like, what the fuck? It's like a talking otter.
Right, because a tentacle void monster that you made love to for 15 hours is not like that big a deal, but like a talking otter? Jeez.
Yeah, when you put it like that.
No, I'm serious.
You know, it was weird too because like he knew my name. Like the tentacle monster didn't know my name.
Right.
He just knew that I was...
You were a one-night stand.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm just like, you know my name? You know, and I kind of take that like clam that he just cracked open and like try to be polite and like sip it. Like I put my pinky up and was trying to like be polite and proper. I don't really know how to eat clams.
We know now.
Yeah, but he went on to explain that he was actually my spirit animal. Oh, did I mention he was wearing a sailor outfit?
No. You never even mentioned that to me before, and I know this whole story.
Really?
Yeah, you've never mentioned that to me.
You know, I'm sure I've mentioned Oliver to you before.
No, you've mentioned Oliver, but I always kind of pictured him like a little nude, you know, like just fur, like a little otter, like a regular old otter.
Oh yeah, he's just like an otter, but
like he's wearing a sailor suit.
Exactly.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's my spirit animal, and he was like telling me about how he was there to like guide me.
That's beautiful.
To my true purpose. So, I mean, I don't know exactly how much detail or how much longer I have time for. I wanted you to tell some of your part of your side of it too.
Well, I mean, you know, you put as much detail in it as you want. We're kind of running out of time this episode a little bit, but you know, tell the people what they need to know, because if you know, who was it? Sam that asked the question? I think it was Sam. If like Sam wanted to ask the question, we might as well answer it to like the fullest extent. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, this is a good stopping point actually. I feel like, I mean, where'd our clock go in here? Is it time for a break?
Let me just like, I guess off the top of my head, yes. Yeah. Why not?
We don't have a clock anymore.
I don't know.
Did Cartographer Bot take our clock?
Did he?
I don't know.
No, we would have seen him, right?
Well, I would think so, but why would he even need a clock? Like, why would he take it?
I have no idea.
Huh. That's why I've been feel like I've been rattling on though. There's no clock to kind of tell.
That's really weird. That is really... Well, during the break, let's see what we could... I don't even know if we have time. Whatever, let's just take a break anyways. What are we playing?
All right, guys. Usually we don't go drum and bass on the TechnoPod, but since it's out on Turbo Recordings on this EP from Clouds, I figured we'd try it out. This one's called World Systems, Cornwall Coliseum.
I cannot find that robot anywhere.
Man,
I cannot. I've called him. I went down below the first deck. I called out to him. I used the intercom. I cannot find him.
Man, well, it's cartographer bot. You should be able to just use... You think there would be a map straight to him.
You would think, right?
Unless he doesn't want to find us. Or us to find him.
Why would he not want us to find him, though?
I don't know. That's really weird, and
Yeah,
we're
I
going to need
don't-
to look into it, but
Yeah,
I think
well-
my phone's still here, so we can watch the clock on my phone, I guess. Make sure
Sure.
we don't go over for the show, but while I was experiencing horrific evil at the center of the universe, allegedly, drugged out and strapped to a machine, what were you up to?
You can play up your little fucking adventure all you want, but I had a really hard time too back at the venue.
Oh yeah?
Man, it must have been... I was in the dressing room, and I was getting all prepped up. I had the dressings team putting on, my knight's outfit, my pawls, all that
the
stuff.
armor, the helmet.
Yeah, everything. And I was all set up and ready to go. And you know how it's a pain, just like your wings. It's a really big pain in the ass to walk in the costume. I'm
and
clanking
you have the
around.
bone wings too.
What's up?
Oh, you have the giant bone wings.
That's the problem.
What's
is that it's the wings weigh me down on the back, and then the actual armor itself weighs it's a metric ton. It's so fucking heavy.
Oh man,
So-
but it looks badass.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm walking down the hallway. I'm ready to go, and I noticed that ET's door was open at this point, and I'm thinking to myself, he probably bailed on me because it seems like something that he would do. He probably found a squid babe, and he fucking ran off with her or something. So
I have been known to run off with squid babes, but
That's
I don't
why,
believe I have ever bailed on a show.
I don't know. Well,
I've
I'm
showed
just
up
saying,
last minute,
you never. No, I know that you never bail on one, but I thought oh, maybe this was the one time. Maybe he was just he found a squid girl that he thought was fucking great, so he just left with her.
Oh,
I
man,
wasn't
they're all great.
I gave you the benefit of the doubt, but I wanted to make sure. I wanted to look around to see if you weren't already on stage or something.
Yeah, that's
So I kind of clanked down the hallway, and I'm looking at the exit, and for a flash of a second, I see what I now know is what I've known for a while now is the Skrex, and then it's just they're gone. I see 3 of them, I don't see you, and then all of a sudden they basically just dematerialize and go through a wall. So at that point I was a little freaked out, but I was no, that if I didn't see ET there, that has to be something. I didn't want to fucking do anything. I was about to play a show. I didn't
Right.
want to get into business. You know what I mean? Start shit when I didn't really need to. So I walk on stage, or I walk to the back of the stage, and I'm asking around, where's ET? Where's ET? I ask,
Yeah, I
who is
mean,
this-
Mixer was our stage manager too for that tour, right?
Yeah. He was back there, but he didn't know where you were either.
Right.
When I had asked him, he couldn't even triangulate your signal on the communications devices. So we were at a loss to find ET, and the Jeremiah's uncle, great uncle or whatever, I already forget what he was, but really old crab is kind of talking to us about the venue and how, the gig that we're about to play is going to be like a little different from the other ones and whatever. And I'm like, what? I don't really care. I just have to find ET. Oh my God. So the curtain comes up. The rest of the band is already out there. We have the drummer. We have, who is it? Skinny Lizard.
Yeah,
we
Skinny
have out
Lizard.
there. We've got,
Was Blind Lion still
yeah,
playing?
he was still out there.
Uh-huh.
So we've got the band out there basically, except ET. But the curtains come up, and I'm alone on stage with a microphone and a drummer. And what was Lion doing at the time? I think he was keyboarding at the time, right?
Yeah, there was Blind Lion keyboarding. We also had those glass dudes too.
But they weren't up there though.
Yeah, we
That's the
fired
thing.
them at some point because the
Yeah,
one dude was really rude.
They weren't up there.
Yeah, Blind Lion. We also had mute. What was his name?
Who?
Yeah, we also had Mute Cougar as well.
He wasn't up there though. That's
he wasn't
I'm
there
talking.
that
I'm
day?
talking. No. I'm talking about that specific gig. I'm not. Yeah, like we had like a bunch of people.
Yeah, it was
but
a
I'm talking about
revolving
like that like last minute gig that we had. So I was just up on stage, and the drums start up, the keyboard starts up, and I'm there with a microphone, like with basically a lead synth and a drum beat.
Yeah, no bass because I wasn't
No,
there.
yeah, exactly, no bass, and I didn't even have time to get my guitar. So basically, it's like one of the songs that we had. It was kind of like a progressive
Was
little
it that
metal.
back and forth one where you like I did a line and you did a line?
Yeah,
Yeah, and you just
that's
sang.
what it was.
You just sing your parts.
here's the lead part. The lead on the synth goes do 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 do, and I never remembered your lines. So it's me going, I wish I could go away.
And of course, I wasn't there, so I didn't sing my part.
And yeah, so there's just like a silence and nothing rhymed because your line, it was A, B, A, B, A, B. So yours were the lines that rhymed. And then mine were, like they were the resets for the couplet.
Yeah, I feel really bad. I wish I could have been there.
No, it's not like a big fucking, like I
mean, I
know.
was tied up.
No,
with
yeah,
something
literally.
else.
I mean, like you were literally tied up at the moment. But yeah, it was a bit of a disaster. I played that for 3 minutes, and then for a little while, like I was crying on the stage, and it wasn't really a little while. It was like a couple of hours, and the armor started to get rusted, so they had to pull me off of the stage.
I saw the newspaper article too. Didn't like a bunch of crabs like riot as well?
Yeah, there were a lot of like fires and a lot of like injuries that day. Nobody died, but like it's still like a lot of people still got hurt. If I could turn back time, you know what I mean? Like I would.
Yeah,
I would
that's
have
a good
done
name.
things.
Do we have
That's
a
a good name for a
song about
song.
that? Yeah.
No, I don't think there's a song about that yet in the universe. I don't think anybody's done that yet.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should jot that down.
And if I could find a way, maybe I'll figure out. We'll work on that later.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah. So I think it was at that point where the armor was getting rusted and it was starting to fall apart because of the salinity of my tears. That I was like, man, maybe I should just go look for ET and see what happens. I guess I mean the next part is like too big of a chunk to cover now, so I figured we could just stop here, maybe end the show, and then next time we'll like tell you about how this huge clusterfuck got resolved, basically.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I mean,
Yeah, because what happens now, like, it's just way too, I don't know, it's way too beefy to cover right now.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's go into a break.
Sure.
The final track off of Tannhauser Acid Works 2 EP from Clouds. It's called Dread Networks. clouds are awesome.
Yeah, seriously. Well, would it be Clouds is awesome because they're a band, or were you actually saying like the actual like clouds are awesome, like nebulous?
No, I'm
things?
talking about the musicians we just listened to.
Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure. But it would that not be like Clouds is awesome because it's like a unit?
Yeah, they're called.
I mean, are
clouds.
they each a cloud?
I don't know. There's two dudes. Maybe, are they both clouds? Both a cloud, and then together.
Well, yeah.
they're
If they're a
clouds?
cloud, then you could say like clouds are awesome because like it's cloud, and then like. But then you'd have to
And
say like the.
I think the artist name is Clouds, plural. So Clouds is awesome. Clouds,
Right,
the
but that's
group
not. But doesn't it
is
sound? It
awesome.
sounds
The
weird,
band.
right?
Yeah, it does sound
Clouds
weird.
is awesome.
How about I just say, go listen to Clouds.
Yeah.
They are
yeah.
fucking awesome.
They really are good. Yes, they are. Yeah. That sounds. I'm sorry. I just I was like, my I'm writing all these ads for Balrogs. I don't want to get like thrown for a loop when I'm writing one and put like cheeses is awesome or crackers
Oh
is
man,
awesome.
cheeses is awesome though.
Cheeses really is awesome, but you know what I mean. I really do like cheeses. So yeah, so what's man, I always forget like what people can do to like support the show or find out about it. What's the best place to find our stuff?
Well, the best place to find all of our stuff is at the technopod.com.
That's right.
If you guys know how to use iTunes, that's the best place where you can help the show. If you go there, you leave 5-star rating and a little text review to let people know why they should listen to us.
Now hold on, because iTunes isn't the only option. By the way, if you guys do like listening to the show on SoundCloud, go on there and repost it, favorite it. People will see it. Like if you have friends or followers on SoundCloud and you repost to pages, it's gonna help anyway. Anything that you can do to help us would be greatly appreciated. Really, no matter how small you may think it is or how big you may think it is, anything that you could do to help the show, I fucking love you for it. We already love you, but we would love you even more.
Yeah, like if you're at your friend's house or something and you like they leave their iPod there, steal it, download our show onto it,
And then give it back to 'em a week later.
Yeah, slip it back to them. Before they realize it's missing and have to buy a new one.
No. You even just wait, and then like a week later when they're like, God, life is so shitty. I can't believe I lost my iPod. When they find that shit, wherever you leave it, they're going to be so overjoyed that when they listen to the Technopod, it's going to be like the best thing that they've ever heard.
Exactly.
Don't actually do that, by the way. Don't actually. I'm not condoning. I'm not going to, after the shit that's already happening with Zap Energy, I'm not ready for more papers. So, disclaimer, do not steal stuff. We're not condoning it.
Yeah,
You know what I
just,
mean?
Tell your friends, guys.
Yeah, do tell them.
Also, let's see, the art from the show by Ryan Clausen.
Exactly. He's off with Ryan Jr. somewhere now, but
Yeah, he apparently has a wife and child that we didn't even know about and needs money to support them. So go to cityfolk.ca, read his webcomic.
he's down to draw for you guys too. Commissions. He does do that. It's like you have access to the artist of City Folk. Like as if reading the comic wasn't good enough for you, which it should have been. You can also just be like, hey, I have this project. Would you like to work with me on it and make everything better for me? He'll do it. He will help you.
Album art, or maybe you just need a picture. Maybe you just wonder what it would look like if Typewriter and I were like, I don't know, maybe you have like a slash fic and we're like snowboarding or something. You just need art for that.
Or maybe if you've always wanted a picture with us, you could just tell him, hey, can you draw me into a picture with ET and Typewriter? You could tell everyone you've met us.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Think about it. Think about it. It's important to think about these things. But yeah, I think find us on Twitter at Electric Type, at Typewriter, Spark the King, all that stuff. Yeah, so that's it. What else?
Huh?
What else?
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about commissioning Ryan.
Yeah, I was too. Sorry. Like I got a little.
I just
I got a little
drifted off there a
scatterbrained.
bit. I think that's it. Everybody, send us emails, thetechnopod@gmail.com, and I don't know. We'll see you next week when we finish up our story, I guess.
Yeah. Take it easy, guys.
It's a long listener email.
Oh yeah, it was a long one. Bye.
Bye.
Ending show recording, configuring music. Thank you for listening. This has been a broadcast of the TechnoPod Studios.
Right, because a tentacle void monster that you made love to for 15 hours is not like that big a deal, but like a talking otter?
Do not forget to visit thetechnopod.com. Ending transmission.